get it.
Well, we are headed out. As you just saw, the last thing we did before we pulled off was remove a mat from underneath the truck that's been catching an oil leak that we developed somewhere along the line. Holy moly, that's making me feel disoriented.
And nervous.
Anyway, we are leaving the Austin area and we are headed to Houston. We're actually starting the journey to get our oil leak in our truck fixed. We're not going to get it fixed in Houston. We're going to get it fixed down south near Corpus Christi. The guy that fixed our truck the last time that it was broken, because he is significantly cheaper than anybody else that we found. It's going to be a really major repair to get this oil leak fixed. They're going to have to remove the cab of the truck, lift it up in the air, expose the engine, disconnect the engine from the transmission, do all kinds of stuff. We got all kinds of things leaking oil on this truck, but they're going to get in there and get it all fixed. But like I said, we're going to go to Houston first, visit some family, visit some friends, do our work week there, and then travel next week down south. So let's just see what all we can get into. Quick pee stop, and I just wanted to ask if you could leave a comment below and let us know We agree that one of the best parts of RV life, RV travel, is just the fact that our bathroom is right back there. We used to make so many road trips and we hated stopping and going into disgusting gas station bathrooms. It makes stopping just a non-issue. So let us know in the comments below what's your favorite part of RV travel, if you love having your bathroom behind you, or if you're one of those people that doesn't use your bathroom in your camper when you're traveling and you do still rely on gas stations. Let us know. So everybody knows Buc-ee's for their giant gas stations with a million pumps and these huge stores where you can just wander around and buy all kinds of things. But here in the little town of Eagle Lake, Texas, we've still got a Buc-ee's that's regular size. And yes, they still have beaver nuggets, but they've only got like 8 gas pumps. Check the level. Huh. The LevelMate Pro is not working. Must have a dead battery in the LevelMate Pro, so we're gonna do this old school. Excellent. Come on, buttons. Scratch, scratch, scratch.
I know, I'm aware of it. It takes like 2 seconds to walk over here. Water pump water. There you go. Take that.
All right, when we rolled into this campsite this afternoon, I noticed that I wasn't getting a signal on my LevelMate Pro, the thing that tells us if our campsite is level. Don't mind Blakely wiping everything down over here, but I have a feeling that the battery is dead. So let me show you. We keep this LevelMate Pro attached to the wall in the closet here, just because it's out of the way. And it uses like a watch battery, a 2032 or something like that. So I'm gonna open it up and replace the battery and see if that fixes it. All right, so there's the battery. Let's grab it out of there somehow. Looks like it is a 2032. I think I have some of those. Let's swap it out. Look at all those 2032s. All right, beep, beep. All right, let me grab my phone, see if it's working. LevelMate Pro. It says we need to come up an inch in the front. Also says the right side is low by ½ an inch, but we're not gonna mess with that. All right, so there you go. If you're looking for a place to install your LevelMate Pro, highly recommend the Insider Closet. It's easy to get to. And if you're still using a bubble level to try to get level, you can check out the LevelMate Pro in our Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description. Go get it. right, it's Monday morning. We're loaded down, loaded up, whatever you want to call it. It's about 10 o'clock so far this morning. We've spent some time in the camper doing Bible study, getting a few hours of work done. This place that we stay when we're in Houston it's nice and safe. It's close to Blakely's parents' house, but there's really nothing to do there. It's like being cooped up in a little RV park jail. So anyway, we're gonna go.
There's nowhere to walk.
All right.
Anything to do. Like, it's just the spaces.
There ain't nothing
in a tight
to do.
circle.
Yep. So the dogs will be much happier. We'll be much happier if we pack up, take our computers and all that stuff over to Blakely's parents' house and let the dogs run around in the backyard, and we'll just work from there. Monday is probably our second busiest work day. I think Wednesday is our busiest
What do you do
work
on
day.
Mondays?
I don't do anything on Mondays. But on Monday, you would need to get the programming written for the upcoming week, or at least get a big jump on it, right? I do have a couple nutrition clients on Mondays, and of course catch up on everything my clients did over the weekend. But for now, I gotta take this call. All right, so like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we're gonna chill out over here at Blakely's parents' house, buckle down, get our computer work done. I'm gonna try to make it over to the YMCA here in town to get a workout in, because our membership is a nationwide membership. Oh, there's some cool looking birds. They're walking around in that yard over there. And yeah, so we'll check in with you later. All right, Blakely and her mom are headed out for a walk with the dogs, and I'm headed to the YMCA to get a workout in. Since I don't always have access to, you know, quote, heavy weights, whenever I do get a chance to go to a real gym, I like to focus on the big things like squats and deadlifts, where I can't get as good of a workout in our campsite with our little 52.5 pound dumbbells. So I think I'm gonna focus on squats today, because I did deadlifts on Saturday, just a few days ago. In case you didn't know, Blakely and I kind of came from a mixed background when it comes to working out. I didn't used to work out at all. She used to do a lot of group classes. We got into like boot camps and things like that in the 2008, 2009 era. And then in late 2009, we got exposed to CrossFit when we lived in Tennessee and kind of fell in love with that. She ended up opening up her own CrossFit gym, which stayed open until we moved to Idaho in 2019, at which time we both went full-time into digital barbell. So we have a lot of background in a lot of different kinds of training, but now our training method really combines the best of bodybuilding, strength training, and CrossFit. If you're somebody who knows that you need to start getting in shape, working out more, but you're not really sure where to start, we have a ton of free resources on our website, free workout programs, even some free nutrition programs. So I'll put a link up here on the screen where you can scan in a QR code, and it'll take you to that page on our website with all that good free stuff. Well, that was a fantastic workout. They're not always good, but that one felt really good. My legs are definitely feeling it. I finished up with a 1 mile kind of time trial run. Not 100% effort, but I started out at 8 miles per hour on the treadmill, and by the time I finished, I ramped it up to 9. I think I took a little over 7 minutes and 20 seconds, something like that. So I'm headed back to Blakely's parents' house right now. I'm sure Blakely and her mom are back from their walk, have some lunch, and get some work done. I know in this video several times I've already said, like, we need to get some work done. Besides writing the workouts for our clients, what we do is our clients are all over the country, and we deliver workouts to them in our app called True Coach. So they see their workouts, they know exactly what to do. They see video demos of Blakely and myself, and they do their workouts, they record their results, type in what weight they used, how many reps they got, and they have a chance to upload a form check video. So when we say we need to do some work, we're reviewing those clients' workouts and giving them feedback. So that's just part of what we do. We also have to get an outline in order for our podcast, which we record every Wednesday. It comes out on Thursday. Yeah, we do keep it pretty tight to the schedule. Also, we send out several emails per week, so I always have to be working on those in the background. So that's just a little sneak peek of what's going on when we say things like, we got to get some work done. All right, see you in a little bit. Need to see your license and helmet, sir. 98, 99. One bonus of staying in town here where Blakely's parents are is convenient, free laundry. All right, we're back in our old stomping grounds, driving around Houston. We never lived in this part of Houston, but the Houston Texans, the professional football team, are in the playoffs. The Texans are in the playoffs. They're playing the Eagles tonight, and
they're not playing the Eagles. They're playing the Steelers.
Oh, why were you making a big deal about wearing a Rocky shirt then if they're not playing the Eagles?
Because it's still the same state.
Oh, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Rocky was not an Eagles fan. He just is from he's from Pennsylvania. He's from Philly.
Philly, yeah, of course.
And so I was like, is it inappropriate to wear a Rocky shirt tonight?
I'm glad we cleared that up. But we're reuniting with one of our good friends of, I don't know how many years, 25 plus.
30 years probably.
We haven't seen him in quite a while, and he invited us over to watch the football game tonight, so that's what we're doing.
That's what we
Did you watch the football game?
All right, well, it's 11 o'clock. Just got back to the camper here. It's well past our bedtime, but the Texans kicked butt, so it was well worth it. Time to get cleaned up, hit the sack, and do it all again tomorrow. Check you later. Well, good morning. It's about 11:15, and it's been an eventful last 5 minutes. We worked all morning in the camper. Tuesday's the day Blakely does all of our business and personal finances, so she's been hard at work over there while I've been lounging and doing nothing. Now we're gonna head out and run some errands, pick up Blakely's mom, go do a few things. But the reason I said it's been an eventful last 5 minutes is I was crawling into the truck holding a drink in one hand and this GoPro in the other hand, and
unfortunately wasn't running.
Yeah. I stepped on the running board. I was, I don't know, halfway into the truck, and my foot just slipped and down I went onto the ground. My crotch is completely soaked with coffee right now. My ego is bruised. My elbow is scraped. It was a sight, let me tell you. We've got something big in the works that we want to tell you guys about soon, a project that we're super excited about. So we're going to go do a little bit of legwork, groundwork for that. How's that for a teaser? Then we'll go back, get the dogs, and run back over to Blakely's parents' house and work from there the rest of the day. Just remind you of Zion, of the bridges. All right, it's about 11:30 on Wednesday. Like I said before, if I didn't say before, I'm saying it now. I feel like Wednesday is our busiest work day of the week. Blakely has about, how many steps you got?
Now it's 206 because I did some dishes.
She was at about 50 steps a minute ago, and I'm not much further along because we've been working on our computer all day. Blakely's been working hard on some behind the scenes stuff for our women's group nutrition coaching program. And now we're going to take a break to record our podcast that comes out tomorrow. We've got a good Q&A episode, and we're going to also be talking about the new government recommendations as far as changes to the nutrition guidelines. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check out the episode. If you don't already subscribe to our podcast, we put it out here on YouTube, but it's also on Apple and Spotify. So check that out. All right, podcast done. That was a top tier episode right there. You don't go and listen or watch that episode, you are missing out, man. We got the dogs loaded up, we got trash on the hood of the truck, and we got to desperately get some lunch in and then a workout. We're gonna head over to Blakely's parents' house for the rest of the day. I think there's like a cold front coming through later today, so that'll be interesting. I'm gonna go to the gym. Are you gonna work out at your parents' house?
I think so. I think I'm trying to get my mom. She's been on a mission to do 3-mile walks every day. If she hasn't gone already, I'll go do that with her and then get my weight training in the garage. We luckily left a bunch of equipment over there, so when we're here, we can still train.
Sounds like a plan.
Take that trash.
All right, it's a little after 2 p.m. Got the podcast uploading to YouTube and Spotify/Apple, all that kind of stuff. The description written. It takes longer than you expect to do all the processing for a podcast episode, but we got it done. Blakely stepped outside to lift some weights in her parents' garage for about 30 minutes, then take her mom and the dogs on a walk. And I'm headed over to the YMCA to get my workout in. I might stop off at Discount Tire on the way back, see how long the line is, because this truck is due for a tire rotation. And they do it for free there, so that's the plan. So on the way over here to the YMCA, I remembered there's a Discount Tire right next to the Y, so I was able to drop it off and they're going to get the tires rotated while I work out. How's that for efficient? All right, solid workout in the books at the neighborhood YMCA. Now I'm literally just walking across the street to pick up my freshly rotated tires. You can't beat it. So I just pulled into the neighborhood and this guy's wheel fell off. So we're gonna try to help him take some lug nuts off the other wheels and get it back to the shop. Well, that was interesting. This poor old guy went to the Ford dealership for an oil change, and I found him stranded in here at the entrance to Blakely's parents' neighborhood, and one of his rear wheels was off. Like, all the lug nuts were detached and the wheel was barely on there, and like the car was about to fall over. So I guess when they did the oil change, they rotated his tires or something and didn't put the lug nuts on at all. So he was missing all 5 lug nuts off that wheel. So I was able to get his car jacked up and remove 1 lug nut from each of his other 3 wheels and put those on the one that had 0. So at least it's enough to get over to the car dealership, which is only like a quarter of a mile that way. So yeah, I didn't record any of that because we're in the street, and he was nice enough to block traffic so I didn't get run over. So good deed done for the day. I hope that he gets home safely. Wednesday's in the books. It was a busy day as expected. We ended up having dinner over at Blakely's parents' house. Blakely made us some delicious, what do you call that?
White bean chicken chili.
White bean chicken chili with some green tomatillos in it. It had a little bit of a kick. Tasted delicious. I'll put a picture of it up here on the screen because I did take a picture of my meal. So it's 8:30, going back to the camper to get cleaned up and ready for bed. Tomorrow we're going to try to meet up with our friend Carlos again. You saw him in a previous video. We're going to go for another jog with him tomorrow. It's going to be colder outside than last time, that's for sure. And we're going to go to a different park than we went to last time. But on to tomorrow. See you later. Well, it's Saturday morning. Haven't been recording much the last couple of days. I think the last time we checked in, we were about to go to bed and then get up the next day and go run with our friend Carlos. And we in fact did do that on Thursday. That was a great 4-mile run with him. Solid work day after that. Yesterday was just a busy day of computer work. What else
Lunch
did we do?
with Eleanor.
Yeah, we went and had lunch with our niece at her school. That was a really cool opportunity. Brought her some Chick-fil-A. What else? Friday is the day that we put our clients' workout programs in for the next week, so lots of computer heavy stuff with that. We also got a freebie ready for you guys. If you'd like to try a free week of our 8-week beginner strength training program, you can check it out. 100% free, no catch. Just go to digitalbarbell.com/free strength, or I'll put a link to that below if I remember to. So now we are off to do something that I'm pretty terrified to go do, to be honest with you. Blakely's friend invited us to come to her gym and work out with her group class. Not that we're not in shape or anything like that, not worried about that, but this is going to be a totally different kind of training than we normally do.
Yes.
It's like a HIIT class where I think they just start a clock and you just go for 60 minutes.
With a DJ.
There's going to be a DJ pumping tunes up in there. I think it's going to be a lot of really lightweight plyometric stuff, jumping around, dumbbells, who knows, man.
So me and Stephanie, like, I've known her since I was 12, and we have had a whole history of like working out together. We both worked at Rice University together, and in the time that we worked at Rice, we tried every class class that they offered at that campus, from like water aerobics to weight classes to step classes and everything in between. Yeah, so this is going to be kind of like fun to go get to work out with her again.
She is super excited to see how we do in this class.
Yeah.
I think she knows it's going to kick our butt,
Yeah,
and she wants to prove how fit she is compared to us.
Yeah, she does high rocks, so I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah. So we're going to go knock that out and get the camper ready, because we do head out early tomorrow morning. And then tonight we're actually going to a really belated holiday party with a group of friends that we've been friends with, including Stephanie, for, I don't know, 25?
For me, since I was 12.
Yeah.
It's all my basically all my old high school friends, and then all the husbands get to come along and have fun because they all know each other from hanging out throughout the years.
It's always a good time. And then we're gonna leave early tomorrow morning and head south because we've got a date to get this truck fixed. This guy definitely has a lot of Super Duties here. The original plan was to leave here on Sunday, but there's an ice storm. We're off like a herd of turtles to go pick up the truck. Before we return this rental car, I want to drive the truck around for a good amount of time, just make sure no check engine lights come on. Well, haven't made it to the gas station yet, and the check engine light already came on.